Over a year and a half ago now, I was graduating college with a finance degree, and then I realized that is not what I wanted to do. So I took the risk and I took the jump and I started my own AI development company, ManyFlow AI. And because of that, I was able to generate $27,000 last month. And in this video, I'm going to go over my journey, how I got to this point. And if you're new here, my name's Elliot. I'm a 25-year-old AI entrepreneur. I have an absolute passion for AI. And over the past year, I've been learning AI, mastering AI, and then now monetizing my skills with AI. I also just recently launched my free AI Skool community, which has all my resources, my templates for my YouTube videos, for my tutorials, and I'm building kind of an AI community of like-minded people, founders, entrepreneurs, developers, kind of a place for people to connect and just chat about AI and kind of network in the community. So I'll have that in the description down below. So all you have to do is just click the link. And with that being said, let's just dive into this video. So my journey began all the way in 2023. I was in my last year of college. I was studying finance and I absolutely just hated what I was doing. The reason I picked finance was because I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I always wanted to find a way to make generational wealth. That was always something that was interesting to me. And so I was like, okay, well, what's the major that I could pick that is closest related to that? And it was either business or finance. So I picked finance. And then by the end of my last term, my friends, my roommates, they were all applying for jobs in engineering and business. And then I was just getting to that point where I was just like, I don't want to work for someone. I don't want a 9-to-5 where they can cap out on my pay and I have to work these endless hours for a certain amount of money that I can't change. And then it'll take years to make a lot of money. So I knew that that wasn't the way for me. I never wanted to get to go that route. I never wanted someone to tell me what to do, when to do it, and how much I can get paid, which is why on January 1st, 2024, and yes, it was actually January 1st. I remember all of the Christmas break of 2023. I was like, on January 1st, I start. On January 1st, I start. So in January, I started with dropshipping. I did that for probably 2-3 weeks. And I understood that I didn't really want to do this because I wanted to build something more of value. I didn't really want like quick cash and then hope that some products work. So I kind of got into dropshipping and then I immediately let that go, which led to me having to analyze my life, analyze what am I good at? What can I actually monetize? What are the skills I have? And at that time, I was really, really good with Microsoft Excel. I was able to create complex functions, code VBA, and I was trying to find a way to monetize that. So what I did is actually I started an agency to be able to sell Excel spreadsheets, complex dashboards to other businesses. And I did that for probably a month. And again, I didn't have any luck with that because there wasn't really any demand for that. You could just go on Upwork and find an Excel professional and then have them just create a spreadsheet for you. And then my pricing were completely off. But again, I had absolutely no experience building a business, building an agency. I didn't know how to do any of that. And I was doing all of that myself. And that was when in March, I was like, you know what? I need something better. I need to figure something else out. And that is when I was browsing on YouTube and I could see that AI was absolutely exploding. I was already using ChatGPT, but I just didn't understand about APIs. I didn't understand about how to make any connections at all. And then I did a little bit of digging. I did some research. I went on YouTube and I noticed that there was a new opportunity. And I was just like, damn, I have to learn something before I could sell it. I was expecting to just, in my first year, figure it out, make a lot of money, and then I'd be good. But that's the thing about an entrepreneur is you can't just wing it and expect to make a shit ton of money unless maybe you get lucky with dropshipping or maybe you get lucky with crypto. So I really wanted to build something of value, become someone of value. So what I did is I kind of let go of that idea of making a lot of money at the start. And I was like, you know what? I have to master AI. I don't have a development background, but I don't care. My mindset was if other people can learn it, I can learn it. So when I moved back home after college, what I did was literally spent 12 hours every single day on my computer just learning AI. I was on N8N, I was on Make.com, I was on VoiceFlow, I was on Vappy. I was learning all the platforms on my own. And the good news was that they were low code to no code. So it made the barrier for entry much easier to learn. And then once I started kind of getting into these tools, these platforms, watching tutorials, building them out on my own all day long, after I'd say about 4 months, I became pretty damn good. And in the meantime, as I was learning these tools, I had met my business partner Ferris through my roommate. So I didn't really know him that well. It was kind of just a connection. And then one night we were all kind of together and I was telling Ferris that, hey, you know, I'm really into AI. I'm trying to build a business with AI, which led to a really good conversation about building businesses together. And he has an engineering background. So he also wanted to not go the route of becoming an engineer, but being an entrepreneur as well. So from there, it was probably around May or April of 2024 where we really got together. We built the business. We got the LLC. We built the website. I was learning the low code, no code tools. He already had some programming experience. August. And then in June, we landed our first client, which was a real estate company. And of course, as a first client, it's never a really good experience. We built a $1,000 voice flow chatbot for lead capture on a website, except that this client had absolutely zero website visitors. So the bot wasn't really performing well. It was all developed on voice flow. We set up a retainer of $250 a month. And then after like 6 months, they canceled because they weren't getting results because no one was going to the website. So that kind of made us feel like shit. And we were still struggling to find these clients. We were doing cold email. We were doing some cold calling. We really didn't have a strategy to obtain clients. And so that's when I realized, I was like, you know what? Now that I have these solutions mastered, I need to start recording content. So that is how I got to making YouTube videos, was to document my entire journey and also be part of my main client acquisition funnel. Just post videos about me, showing off AI solutions, explaining my journey of AI, and then having clients come in that way. And now I can say that a majority of my clients have come through YouTube. We signed one client back a few, like 6 months ago, that came directly from YouTube, and we built a really good relationship with him, and we were able to make over $25,000 on multiple solutions that we've built for him. So that's why YouTube was just, I think, the best solution for, in my case, to get clients regarding AI, was to record videos and document everything. And one of our biggest mistakes of 2024 was that we were only accepting projects that we knew how to do. So we would, for example, have a client interested in building some sort of solution, and I'd be like, okay, well, I know how to build this part, I know how to build this part, but I definitely do not know how to build this part. And we would be like, hey, we can't do that. So that was a major mistake, because we were like, wait, we could have just hired someone to do that part for us. So that is something to absolutely avoid, especially if you're learning these tools, you're learning VoiceFlow, Make.com, N8N, and you're really good with Make.com, but maybe there's something that in the project scope, you're like, I don't know if I can do that. I think it's personally really important to find that person that can do that, and then you work with them on the project, and then you can actually sign the client that way. You don't have to say no and miss out on like $5,000 deal. So now in 2025, we do have like our team of developers. So I barely do any automations. Sometimes I still enjoy making automations, but it's usually on VoiceFlow. I like doing that myself because I personally think that I'm really good at VoiceFlow, and then finding a developer who's good at VoiceFlow hasn't really been a great experience for me. So a lot of the times is they'll make all the API connections, they'll build the N8N or Make.com backend, and I'll just build the front end on VoiceFlow. Well, technically the back end on VoiceFlow too, and then we'll work with him to connect it. But as I'm scaling this company, there's definitely a lot of things that require my time. So I can't really just be building automations all day long, because I have to actually grow this company and then manage my team, talk to my business partner, etc. So my advice to you is, if you're looking to build a business just like this, a very similar business, if it's either a freelancing business, an AI agency, an AI consulting company, I think a really important thing to do is learn one solution at a time and get really good at it, instead of doing what I did, which was learn absolutely all of them at the same time, because then it got really messy. I was in the middle of learning VAPI and prompt engineering at the same time. I was understanding like if and logic, I was understanding APIs and making the connections, and it became very, very overwhelming. So I would just take one thing, start with Make.com, be really good at that. Once you have a good understanding of that, then switch to a next platform, and then switch to the next platform. Or if you go the niching route, which is where you want to target just one industry, let's say real estate, you want to identify those pain points that real estate companies have, and then just build one solution, and then you duplicate it and you replicate it, and you keep selling the same thing to real estate. We're actually developing our own niche product at the moment. It's a little hush hush right now. We're still trying to figure out the market. We're still developing it and then being able to sell it. So once that has any good results, of course, I'll share it on YouTube for you guys. But at the moment, we're still developing the product, and I'm still focused on getting custom solutions from YouTube, because those are usually the high ticket solutions. My niche product that we're developing is a lot less customizable, and we just sell it once and then we repeat. And the good thing about building an AI business is, once you actually understand these tools and these platforms, you can become basically a consultant. I didn't even want to be an AI consultant, but as I got so good with these tools and as I was deploying them, I just had the knowledge to do AI consulting. I just understood from the builds, from the things I was deploying, oh, that's how that works. This goes here. Why is that good? Because this saves this amount of money. This saves this amount of time. And from there, you could just do your consulting calls without even actively trying to learn consulting. Of course, there's consulting experts, but you will have a very good understanding at consulting. Even if your buddies or your teachers or your parents ask you about what you're doing, ask you about how AI is working, you could probably rant for 5 to 10 minutes on just AI in general, how it works, where to connect it. You could basically do consulting without wanting to do consulting. So you'll learn that skill as you get good on building on these platforms unintentionally. So something really important to take away here is, don't just learn all these platforms and then just try to tell a business, hey, I know AI, I can help. That won't work. Business owners don't care about that. That was a big problem that we faced, was, hey, are you looking to automate your business? They hear that shit all the time. They don't care. What they want want is like, hey, I've built this that solves this. So I've built X that solves Y. Do you want it? That's it. That is actually solving a problem they have. So you have to do market research. You have to understand, okay, what is a real estate company's biggest problems? What's a solar company's biggest problem? What's an e-commerce store's biggest problem? Develop the solution and then pitch it that way. Don't ever be like, hey, I can automate your business. What do you want, right? Don't do that. We've wasted months with that marketing strategy. And then we just recently hired our CMO, which is actually a good friend of mine who's really good at marketing. And now he handles all the marketing on our side. So Ferris and I don't have to deal with anything. He knows his stuff. He relays it to us on like our strategy, how to market our products and things like that. So that's been an absolute game changer at ManyFlow. So we are still a small team. It's me, my business partner, my CMO, and then our offshore developers that build our projects. But we are going to be looking to expand soon as we scale the company so we can take in more volume, because we don't want to be capped out at 4 or 5 projects a month because that's too much work for us. We want to be able to take in like 10 projects a month. So we're going to have a bigger team. But at the moment, still a small team, but we're making it work as best as possible. So if you're looking to build your own AI agency and you're kind of in the trenches, you don't really know where to start, well, definitely check out my free Skool community down below. I'll have a bunch of resources in there. And then my previous videos on YouTube, I'll link a few up here or something. So you can check out some tutorials on how to get started. And the biggest thing as you get started is don't think about the money, think about learning. When I built my agency and we got our first client within the first, I believe it was 4 months of working, we didn't touch $1 for a year. I didn't pay myself barely anything in 2024 because all that money was being reinvested in the company, used for marketing, used for software fees, right? Our margins weren't as high as they are now, which is definitely something that can demotivate you, especially if you're signing some clients, but you're not touching the money. But that is just kind of what I had to go through as an entrepreneur. My first year was really, hey, look, I'm here to learn and understand so I can get better at what I do and then obviously get paid that way. So for a long time, we weren't touching any of the money in the accounts. All of it was being reinvested. So keep that in mind as you're getting your first few clients. Don't just, oh, I just made $2,500. Let me take it out. No, make sure to reuse that money to hire someone, pay for a service to help your business scale, or invest in something that will help you make more money. So that is just something I do want to point out. And that was a very important and demotivating point of my life. Starting this agency was really like seeing the money, seeing like 15 grand in the account. And I was like, we need to spend this money. And I couldn't be able to touch it. So obviously, as you keep going, as you keep building and have a strong mindset, everything is going to fall into place. And even in the position that I'm in, I'm still a very small fish. I just started an agency. We're profitable. We're making money. I want to scale it. I still have so many ventures I want to start, right? I want to start an AI SaaS eventually, have my own AI education platform. There's a lot more things that I want to do with AI. So don't look at me and think that I'm doing so much better than you. I just am just a year and a half ahead of you. That's all it is. And I was just able to get through those trenches when everybody was like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? I was like, no, I have a vision. I know AI is the best thing to do for me right now. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. And even today, I am still going to keep going. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. It was kind of a little quick rant about my journey as an entrepreneur, building an AI agency. So if this was helpful for you guys, if you found this valuable, just like, comment, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. And I appreciate all your support. We're about to hit 3,000 subscribers very soon. And I'm very grateful for all of you that watch my videos and take inspiration from it. So with that being said, guys, I will see you all in the next video.